Okay guys, first drill is going to be called the slow race. And what the slow race is you want to find a line, either solid like this, or you can use the parking lot lines. And what you want to do is go as slow as you can while staying straight on that line. And the point of this is just to practice your slow speed skills. And what you're going to do is you're going to use the clutch and a little bit of the throttle along with that rear brake, and you're going to go as slow as you can while keeping your bike just like this, just as if you were sitting on it without going anywhere. Just try to keep your head and eyes up, focus on those tree lines, far in the distance, a couple miles out. Try to pick a light pole or a tree, a building, something that you can keep your head and eyes up, and use your peripheral vision to stay as straight as you can and go straight down this line. Where this is going to come in handy is in traffic. Maybe there's construction, there's lane closures, going from street light to street light. Just gonna help you with your slow speed skills and your balancing, so you're not constantly, you don't want to be the guy going down the street with his feet just above the ground. If you get your foot caught on something, it's gonna break your ankle, kick you off the bike, make you wreck, and make you kind of look like a jackass, as Jerry Motorman Palladino says. So this is one of his drills. I picked it up from him, and as you can see, I found find an empty parking lot, so you're not doing this in traffic. There's nobody around. They've got the line painted for me already, somewhere close to home where you can get there. If you don't have a lot of time, you can get there, practice a few things, head home. Or if it's hot like it is today, bring some water, and then if you need to go home and find some shade, that would be the best thing to do. This place doesn't have any shade, but if you can come and practice a few drills, a couple times a week, get that muscle memory going, just kind of get the feel for everything, because it's always going to be out of nowhere when you're going to need it. And you want to be able to just react and not have to think, and then react and hope you're doing the right thing, and you don't need anything to happen. So let's fire the bike up here and I'll show you how it goes. So pull the clutch in, kick it down to first gear, and then again you want to use the rear brake with a little bit of throttle, a little bit of power to the wheel, so you can help stay up. And just pick something. I'm going to pick not that first tree there, but those trees, that tree line behind that, and just kind of keep my eyes glued on the top of that tree line, the same one, and just go as slow as I can while keeping straight up on this line. Give it a little bit of throttle, pick my feet up, pressure on the rear brake, stay focused on that tree line. If you find yourself starting to wiggle too much, go a little faster so you can get back on your balance. And you just have to practice it. Just practice with the clutch and throttle, whatever works best for you. Whether that's a little less rear brake, a little more throttle. Keep focused, keep your head and eyes up. And this is why you practice, because you can see I'll be doing good, and then all of a sudden I'm left, right, left, right. Right now I'm focusing on the top of that closest tree, one of the branches that's sticking up. And that just kind of helps you. If you look down at that line, we'll circle back around here. If you keep your eyes on that line, you're going to be all over the place if you don't even fall over. If you guys have been riding much at all, you know how this will come in handy. I know a lot of videos that I've seen, people go up to Sturgis or bike rallies, and when those small towns get, a couple 100,000 bikers, all of a sudden, all the streets are jammed up. You don't want to be the guy, like I said, going down, like this, trying to just, or, duck walking your bike. Everybody's going to be like, holy cow, that guy's got, a nice custom bike, or rode all the way up here. How the hell did he get up here when he's just, duck walking down the street? That's no fun. All right, again, clutch, A little bit of throttle to get some power to the wheel. Rear brake, help you stay upright. And then this way doesn't have anything really to focus in on at, so I'm gonna just look at those trees, or maybe that just straight up above that line. There's a building, but you just can't see it because of the hill, but just stay focused on that and try to stay on that line. Here we go. There's that building there. Just pick something straight up above that line. Stay focused on it. If you have to, stop. Get back on line if you get too far off. You know, maybe back up. Get your front tire on that line again. And then start over. Don't keep going if you're all over the place. That's not good muscle memory to, you know, to have in your memory. Just stop, reset, and then give it a go. Go again. Not sure if you can see it very well, but there's like a dark brown gutter on that building, and that's kind of what I'm focusing on. You just have to practice to see how much clutch and throttle and rear brake you need in order to stay on the line and stay balanced. And one of the tips that you can do is you can walk the line first. I know it sounds kind of stupid. Walk the line and work on keeping your head and eyes up. You know, hopefully you shouldn't have to do that too many times, but you can also transition to a bicycle, something a lot lighter and easier to maneuver, just to kind of get the balance, that feeling. So then when you do get on your motorcycle, you already have kind of what it should feel like. You know, you're keeping your head and eyes up. Excuse me. We're gonna do one more time each way, and then I'm gonna hop off and get some water. Like I said, it's pretty hot, and we'll move on to the next drill. Again, come up to the line. You got it in first gear, clutch is in. You got the front brake just for now, just to hold it up. Let go of the front brake. You're gonna use the rear brake there. I've got my tree picked out, even just a single branch. It helps if something is, you know, not swaying in the wind, but it's better than nothing, and it's a lot easier to do this drill instead of looking down at that line. If you keep kind of doing that, you're gonna fall off your bike, so we don't want to do that. Here we go. Get a little bit of gas, get my feet up, get my right foot on that rear brake, focus in, tunnel vision, laser vision on that branch, whatever your target is. Keep your head and eyes up. Again, it may take several times. The first few times, if you want to go a little bit faster, and then as you get better, slow it down. It's always going to be faster or easier to stay on the line going a little bit faster, but if you need to let go of that rear brake to kind of go a little bit faster, play with the clutch and throttle, focus in on your target. So hopefully those guys don't have to come and pick you up off the street. It's very scary, you guys. I have an incident the other day of me, you know, just making a dumbass decision. There's a dirt bike. Of being too impatient following somebody. I go to pass them, and the person in front of them, you know, pulling a trailer full of tree limbs and stuff, is, you know, turning left. So then I have to stop. I look like a jackass. I feel like a jackass. The guy in the car over there is, you know, he's rolls down his window or sticks his head out, and he's like, "What are you doing, man? Like, what what were you thinking? And I just had to kind of, you know, I don't know, you know, sorry, dumbass move. I should have just waited. I mean, I think my turn was, you know, less than a mile anyway, so it's like, you have to be careful, you guys. There's just too much going on. At least do as much as you can to keep yourself safe. You know, get out on those roads with less traffic. Just pay attention, and you know, you want to have fun, but you gotta do it smart and safe. So sorry, I kind of got on a tangent there, but again, slow speed race. I feel like it's a little easier going uphill, but that could just be me. You want to pick something right above the line, you know, hopefully there's a cloud or something, and just, you know, tunnel vision. Here we go. Like I said, if you need to go a little bit faster, maybe even the first time, don't even use the rear brake. Just go slow without the rear brake, and you can get that balance down. There's that building again. Just lock in. You can see left and right, but you're staring at your target. We're gonna do that one more time here. I'm gonna circle back around. Actually, we'll go uphill again, and we'll use the rear brake this time. You do want to take some breaks in between a lot of these slow speed skills, because your hand on that clutch will probably start to get tired or maybe cramp up. You also want to kind of give your bike a rest as well. All right, get on our line. This time I am using the rear brake. Rev it up a little to get some more power. You want just enough rear brake just to kind of keep your balance. Focus in on your target. Try to sit up straight. Keep your balance in the center of the bike. Let that clutch out a little bit if you need to. You have to let it out a little bit, otherwise you're not getting any power, you're just revving the engine. Focus in on that target. And when you feel like you've got that down, you can even start timing yourself, or if you go with a buddy that lives near you, or maybe you can bring your kid or your wife, or you know, somebody, you can time yourself and see if you can keep making that time longer and longer. I hope that helps.